Let's talk about Xeena Imperial Blue. Now this is apparently a clone of Blue de Chanel, which I'm very interested to try. I heard about it from Need. If you guys don't know Aromatic, you probably know him if you watch my videos. Another fellow Arab content creator. He's the only one I've seen talk about this particular fragrance in general, but it looks really nice. Apparently it is a Blue de Chanel EDP clone, which I do have right here. I'm going to do a side-by-side comparison, and I'm just going to see if Need is right. So I'm very interested to see. I trust him a lot as a content creator, and I really like him as a YouTuber. I think he's hilarious and very well informed. He does really great content. Him and Chad's probably my favorite YouTubers in terms of the fragrance world right now. And yeah, let's just get right into this and see if it does smell as good as Blue de Chanel or is superior to Blue de Chanel. I wanted to do a face-to-face video as well because I feel like it's more personable. But yeah, here's the fragrance overall. Slide it out like this, like that. And then you open up the fragrance similar to a book style. Very nice fragrance overall. Even on Fragrantica, it has like a 4.7, although it is for about 17 reviews, I think. But overall, it's a really beautiful bottle. Really nice design. It is an Eau de Parfum concentration, 100ml bottle, and honestly, side by side with Blue de Chanel, I'm gonna give both of them a spray. I still haven't finished. I still have a little bit left. I would say about 15% left. This is very sweet after 4 years. And I didn't really have that, like it had a hint of sweetness when I bought it, but now it's a very sweet fragrance, so I'm interested to see how close this bottle gets overall. So let's just get right into it. It's similar. I wouldn't say it's identical or one-to-one or anything like that. It's very close. This is the closest one I've smelled so far. I have El Haramain Amber Oud Blue in the closet over there. I have a whole separate collection of colognes that I don't typically wear as much, and Amber Oud Blue is in that selection just because I don't think it captures Blue de Chanel as closely as I would like, especially the EDP. It does a decent job with the EDT, but not the EDP. And then I also have North Star right here, which I think does a decent job of capturing like more of a Chanel Platinum mixed with a Blue Chanel EDT. Like it's a bit more on the bitter side and almost gives me an LV Lovers kind of vibe, to be honest. Has almost that like bitter pickle juice kind of vibe. But overall, this is quite close. I would say this is an EDT mixed with EDP. Let me smell Blue de Chanel now, EDP. It's a bit more on the sweeter side, but you know what? This smells like a fresh bottle of EDP, I'm not gonna lie. Mixed with hints of EDT. Very full-bodied. Less sweet than this one. This one has a bit more of a fizzy sweetness just because it's been sitting for 4 years, so it's kind of matured into a different scent profile, to say the least. This one's more of a fizzy, bubblegummy, sweet type of DNA scent profile after this amount of time. But this one actually does smell like a fresh bottle of EDP, I'm not gonna lie. And I can already tell this one is stronger. So Zeena is definitely a stronger fragrance overall. It's a good value overall. I mean, the bottle, high quality. The scent profile is high quality. You can tell the ingredients, this is the highest quality as I mentioned so far that I've seen. I would say maybe you'll get like an additional 2 hours off of what you would get with this one. With this, you just need to overspray just a little bit. Not too much, but I would say go 8 to 9 sprays. This one you could probably pull off the same effect with about 5 to 6 sprays. So in that regard, it does project further and last a little bit longer. This one you can get about a foot. And then this one maybe like, you could probably pull off a foot and a half with 5 to 6 sprays. But overall, I mean, it does smell very good. You're gonna get compliments with this. If you want something that's just a little bit cheaper, I mean, I think I paid like $130 for this bottle, and then the fact that you can get this one for half price, it makes this a little bit redundant. But I mean, the bottle is just so classy. Having this on your shelf is a staple. So I love the way that Chanel does their bottles. I think they're all beautiful. But this one, a little bit cheaper in terms of the bottle design, but I mean, you're getting 85% the same juice. You might as well just grab something like this. It'll still look great on your shelf, but I think I'll put it higher up on the shelf. But let me know what you guys think. I do think it's worth it. If you can get it for like 50, 55, definitely cop it. I mean, even at 60, it's a solid offering. It smells very close. So to me, this is not as sweet, but it still retains some sweetness of the EDP. It's more of your typical, fresh, slightly citrusy, a little bit soapy, sweet. It has a slight tart fruity accord that's going on in the background that's soft and clean, slightly shower jelly. Very inoffensive, easy to wear. A lot of people are going to like this. If you spray this on, you're going to get compliments. To me, this kind of reminds me of if you were to take these two fragrances and kind of combine them a little bit. It lacks a little bit of the sweetness that this one has, but it kind of makes up for it with a little bit of the fruitiness that's here, because that adds sweetness in its own right, but it's this very mellow, soft sweetness. And it's just nice, fresh shower jelly, which is why I kind of mentioned YSL. But both of them are really great, so when you combine them, it gives a really great scent profile overall. It does get pretty close to the EDP overall. I would say my final score for this one would be 8.5, 8.6. It's close enough. I mean, to me, this is a 9.2 overall, so it gets close enough overall for half price. 85% this, 15% this, so you really can't go wrong with it. It smells pretty good. For the price, great fragrance overall. Xeena Imperial Blue, give it an 8.5 out of 10.